Hello girls, I'm going to explain you how to make the reported speech. It is really easy and you always have to follow the same process, okay? In this case, well, we know that the direct speech is what people say and you quote it, okay? You put these lines, you quote and say hello, and then you write it like this. And then the reported speech or indirect speech is what we say about what other person said. Okay, so imagine my friend says, I play tennis. Play is in present simple. So I will change the verb in present simple into past simple. You always have to make it one tense past. So the past of the present simple is the past simple. Past simple. He said he played tennis. So from play, you make played. And you also add, he said that is optional. That's why it's here in purple with an arrow. Another example, in present continuous. Imagine he tells me he is watching TV. Present continuous. How do you make this one tense past? Past continuous. Well done. So you say past continuous. He said that's optional. That's why it's there. He was watching TV. Is watching, the past is was watching, easy peasy. Now, for the present perfect, how do you make the present perfect past? Well done, past perfect. Present, past. So he has gone to the cinema, for example. He said he had gone to the cinema. We know the present perfect is have or has plus the verb in the third column, and the past perfect is had plus the verb in the third column. Another example, I have gone, blah, blah, blah. He said that is optional here. I had gone. Had plus the verb in the third column. Another example, past simple, which is the verb which finishes in ed or the second column of the irregular verbs. Past simple, how do you make it past? Past perfect, okay? I played tennis, played, past simple. He said that he had played tennis, okay? Will, you change it into would. I will go. He said that he would go. And for can, you say, I can swim. She said that she could swim. So, what's the trick here? You just need to check the tense of the verb and think about which it is and how you can make it past. Present simple, past simple. Present continuous, past continuous. And you do the same for each of them. But depending on the time expression, and if you're talking about direct speech or reported speech, you need to be careful with this. Okay? So, we saw here, okay, that this is direct speech, so you can say, I play tennis, or today I play tennis, or today I am playing tennis. And then as the verb in the reported speech changes, the time expressions also change. So you have here a list of examples. If you have today, you change it for that day, yesterday, the day before, or the previous day. So when we talk about the past, we've got the examples in green, we say before or previous, and when it's future, tomorrow or next week, we say the following or the next. And these are also some examples. This, that, these, those, here, there, now, then, at the moment, at that moment, tonight, that night, this morning, that morning. You may ask yourself, and when do I use said and when do I use told? Okay, they mean the same, but they are not used for the same thing. When we use said, for example, we say, I play tennis, she said. So to make it reported speech, you say, she said that, it's optional, that's why it's in brackets. She said she played tennis. But another way to say it is, she said to me. Okay, you can never say she said me, that's forbidden. You have to say she said to me. We never say said him, said to him, or said to them, or any other said to us or said to you, but we don't normally use this. We would normally just say, she said she played tennis. She said to me, okay, that's fine. So you can see, or just use said and the rest of the information. But what happens with told? For told, we add the person that person was talking to. So for example, I drink water, he told me. So I was speaking with someone and he told me something. So we say reported speech. He told me that he drank water. We cannot say told to me. That is wrong. Okay, so we just say told me, told you, told her, told us. Okay, we can add that. For example, he told you that, and then he drank water, the rest of the sentence. Hey, but what happens when someone tells you what to do? Okay, so we use the reported commands. It's the reported speech, but when you are told what to do, someone tells you something. For example, someone tells you, stop talking. She said that. So she told me to stop talking. She told me to do something. So we will just say she told me, and then we don't change the verb tense, okay? If someone tells you stop talking, it's an order, it's a command, so you just copy it. We use to and then the verb in infinitive. She told me to stop talking. Open the door, he said. He told me to open the door. Is the infinitive. What happens when it's in negative? Imagine someone tells you, don't be late, he said. He told me not to be late. We don't say to not or don't. No, we don't say he told me don't be late. That is wrong. We say he told me not to be late. Let's see with another example. Don't drink more coffee, he said. He told me not to drink more coffee. And the last part is how to report questions. So when we have reported questions, there are two possibilities. You can answer yes, no to that question, to the original question, or it is an open answer. Let me explain it. When it's a yes, no answer, for example, do you want to play? Are you coming with me? Will we go to the cinema later? The answers can be yes or no. Okay? What is it important here to remember for everything, for all of the reported questions? That you will say asked me, she asked me, I asked her, but we always use ask. We normally use asked because it's a question. And we have to change the verb tense here. We can't forget to change it, okay? So imagine she tells me, do you want to play? How do we report it? She asked me, okay, that's the beginning, if I wanted to play. She asked me if. We cannot forget if. Another option. Are you coming with me? He asked me if I was coming with him. You need to know that if is the same as whether. Okay, not the weather, like what's the weather like today? It's sunny? No, it's weather. So you could say he asked me whether I was coming with him. Okay? So what's the open answer possibility? When someone asks you something, and it could be any answer. So for example, why are you smiling? The answer could be just any answer. So we say, he asked me. Remember, we use asked. Why? We just take this word and place it here. Why? And then it's an affirmative or negative sentence. So I was smiling. I don't say was I, okay? Because this is not a question. This is a statement. He asked me why I was smiling. Let's see other examples. What are you doing tomorrow? She asked us what we were doing the next day. Okay, careful, remember. What, but then are you doing? This is present continuous. Present continuous. When you have present continuous, you change it into past continuous. So she asked us what we were doing, and then tomorrow we change it for the next day or the following day. When do you finish the football practice? He asked me when I finished present simple, finished past simple, my football practice. And the last one, why did you come here? She asked me why I had gone. Did is past simple, past perfect, had gone, here, there.